Hey guys, Rinji here, and there has been Twitter troubles, once again, of a doxing nature this time around. As a VTuber harasser, and by VTuber harasser, I don't mean someone who is a VTuber and harasses others. I mean someone who particularly harasses one VTuber, and that's Akuma Miko. She's her own exceptional story we'll get into another time. But, sometimes you get detractors that are as bad as you or worse than you. In this case, I'd say worse than you, as this person, not being satisfied with harassing Akuma Miko, decided to harass a different user on Twitter and go after them with a doxing attempt. Because, that's always smart. And what did they do it for? Well, remember that wholesome McDonald's ad with the anime family eating McDonald's meals and shit like that? Well, he decided to go after a person that requested with a Rule 34 joke born of one of the characters there, the daughter, and that warranted a dox apparently. So let's get right into that one. As they make outlandish claims and quickly turn hateful towards a specific group of people. This person in the screenshot is named Redacted, a resident of Redacted. Who is Redacted? Considering these people are allowed to be on voting registry, the US has really fallen, or they just don't know what he's doing. You're a criminal. Okay, as feats. You need to be in jail. Crazy to me, you doxed someone over an ad. Kinda pathetic, dude. So you decided to dox someone over the fact that the Rule 34 and the Rule 35 of the internet are in full effect. Your account is gone, sir. Report this account, guys. Holy shit, how miserable do you have to be to dox someone over an ad? God, you need help. Links it again. Okay, and what's your point? Who the fuck cares? I swear you losers have nothing better to do than care about fictional drawings' rights. I don't care about the rights. I care about how people are trying to push a doctrine that sexual depictions of minors are being attracted to these depictions is okay because they're not real. It's impossible to normalize something that is normal and has been normal for a long time already. Fiction is not reality, will never be. I'd say it's weird, but again, fiction is just that, fiction. There's no correlation between what someone consumes in fiction causing real life wants/needs. There's been a ton of studies. Also, stop impersonating a VTuber. You are not them. Seek therapy. I'm not the one wanting sexual depictions of minors. Seek therapy. Prayer emoji. So it requires therapy if you're ridiculing a minor attraction? Man, the Jews have really taken over. Keep projecting, pedo. The version of me created in your mind. It's not my responsibility. Jew logic. Makes me a pedophile for harassing a minor attracted individual. Go worship your double 666 Jew star. Keep projecting, pedo, laughing cat emoji. How do they go from one thing to the other? It's a whole different kind of worms they opened right there. I'm not the Jewish baby blood vampire. I'd say my work here is done considering all you can say is a projection. Like, because you're a typical low-function liberal woman. It won't get any better, pedo. Be sure to keep projecting. Nice Arona image there. Fictional lolis aren't real children. Loli isn't illegal. You just committed an actual crime by attempting to dox someone. What do you freaks hope will happen when you dox people anyway? Some crazier than you goes and hurts them? You belong in a cell. So one of those loli isn't real, so it causes no harm, people. That's the absolute dumbest argument I've ever heard. Loli is just an excuse for perverts who enjoy sexualizing underage girls, even if they're fictional. Every therapist or law student I've talked to disagrees, but what are your credentials? By your logic, violent games and horror movies are just an excuse for people who want to commit murder, but that's been proven objectively false. Now hasn't it? And it's a false equivalency to compare it with violent games or horror movies, which are completely different. Loli is just another sick excuse for pedophiles to indulge in their twisted desires. Why the fuck did you potentially dox someone over a damn McDonald's ad? Look at this tweet and tell me there is a god. Because they wanted someone to commission pornography of a child from an ad? Child, noun. Children, plural noun. Definition: a young human below the age of puberty or below the legal age of majority. Anime girl. People can vote unless they commit some rather specific felonies, and that right isn't taken away because of cartoon. What insanity is this? WTF? Now I can't follow him right now because of you and delusion posting. You two need to understand the difference between fiction and reality. As the Jews have indoctrinated you all, apparently it's normal to have request commissions for sexual art depicting what is obviously a child. There's a difference between real and a depiction, however, it's still an attraction based on the fact they have features similar to a minor. Oh, aunties, you like to use that thing, even for real people. Some of you Twitter dwellers probably remember the reoccurring drama of this cosplayer that's being accused of pedo-baiting just because she's small and petite and did a cosplay of Tatsumaki from One Punch Man. Yeah, they like to use these arguments for real people as well. That's how they view adults. So, really not to be taken seriously in any form or fashion. Why bring Jewish people into it? Angers people. We don't want any similarity to the freaks who actually think that, though. The only thing I have against Jewish people are their ties with concerning amount of things. Links of Jewish people being linked to various powerful organizations. I don't think all Jewish people are bad, though. Jeez. You'd think that by making statements like that, you'd actually be in line with that anti-Semitic way of thinking. Crazy to me you doxed someone over an ad. Kinda pathetic, dude. Not gonna lie, made a comment, taking it back. Both are wrong. Doxing is scammy. Making a call to have CP made is worse, in my opinion. I find it a bit scary how father of 2-year-old is commenting debates on me harassing a loli enthusiast. I shall now return to the best Twitter drama and my tea. Can't blame you, this shit is exhausting. You're exposing real info on a person that can be used to further harass them, potentially putting them in a very real danger of a McDonald's ad. Grow up. Why do you make dislike Rule 34 is a thing? Not my thing either, but you can mute and block. Instead you do this. A rule that originated from the literal shock of how disgusting something was doesn't count as a law book. The whole point of 34th rule was to prove that how fucking disgusting people are. Yeah, I'm quite sure you were around there around that time to know why it was created and to know why it's so widely spread nowadays. And we'll get to why I actually think that. It's kind of proven. But let's continue. It's been a thing for a long ass time. In most parts of the world, loli porn is legal. Now, does that necessarily make it tasteful? No, it's perfectly fine to find it strange. However, what you are doing is against TOS and highly irresponsible. Harassing someone over an attraction to depictions of young girls is irresponsible? How about the large amount of Black Lives Matter protesters acting like 9-year-olds in the streets? What about the drag queens allowed to wear next to nothing in front of our youth? Well, my dude, these are two things that actually happen with real life people. And you're the one here making comparisons. Really. Moving on. So you admit you're harassing someone. Clearly there's some self-awareness there. Not safe for work loli is, again, legal in most parts of the world. Just because you dislike it doesn't give you the right to expose people's private information. The rest of your points are unrelated. What do you want me to do about it? Act like a decent human being and move on. Mute and block things you don't want to see instead of acting like a fucking child and exposing people's private information, opening up to a whole host of terrible things can be done with that information. This isn't high school. The people involved in this drama are high schoolers, lol. Well, that's even better, isn't it? Doesn't matter. As soon as you start people's names and when they live on the internet, it goes beyond that. That's real world shit and can end up with you charged. You really want to fuck your life up over a McDonald's ad? Yeah. Enjoy the report. It will be highly amusing when your account gets whacked for your conduct. I'll never understand how the anti-goyms think an account loss is such a problem. LOL. Gab is a better platform anyway. I'll probably just move there after my departure here. Yeah, Gab, the platform who CEO thinks that sports is bad because it distracts you from discussing real things like politics and religion, specifically Christian religion. But you know, who could have been responsible for this level of exceptionalism on an account like this? Well, here's the answer. Indoctrinated by the Jews, lied by the white liberals, fed more psyops by the government, run by two 15-year-old anti-Semites. Links to their Discord. Links to a dog spin of the VTuber they're harassing. So yeah, this is what minors do nowadays. They harass people over fiction, commit crimes on social media. Where are the parents? Nowhere to be seen. And how am I sure that, you know, these are minors? Because only minors nowadays reveal their age on the internet with such fervor and with such pride as if it means anything. But you know, the West has fallen because of people like this, not because of that particular group of people this person is referencing in almost every single post. But for right now, that's everything. I hope to see you on the next one.